Dolly Parton is a name that shines bright all over the world, but few people know the full story behind the fortune she quietly built over many years. Imagine a small girl growing up in a tiny cabin in Tennessee, with barely enough to eat, dreaming big but facing so many struggles. That little girl grew up to be a music legend, a star loved by millions. But what most people don't realize is that Dolly kept a secret hidden from the world, a fortune much bigger than anyone expected. People always thought of her as just a singer and actress, someone who gave so much to charity and helped others, but behind that kind smile was a smart, careful woman who made her money in ways most would never guess. How did she do it? How did a poor girl become one of the richest women in show business? This question makes many curious, because it's not just about singing songs or acting in movies. There's a story of hard work, smart choices, and sometimes quiet sacrifices. The suspense grows when you learn that Dolly never bragged about her money. She lived simply, even when her bank account was full, and she used her fortune to build schools, libraries, and help people in her hometown. But what about the fortune she left behind? How big is it really? It turns out the numbers are surprising, even to those closest to her. The fortune is not just cash or expensive things, but also valuable businesses, rights to her songs that keep earning money every day, and wise investments made over decades. The mystery is, Dolly never wanted to make her family feel burdened by her wealth. She planned everything carefully so that her fortune would help her loved ones without causing problems. This hidden fortune shows a side of Dolly many never saw. A thoughtful, powerful woman who used her brain as much as her heart to build her empire. People are left wondering what else she kept private, what lessons she learned from her journey, and how her humble beginnings shaped every decision she made. The story of Dolly's fortune is not just about money. It is about hope, dreams, and the power of believing in yourself no matter where you start. This makes everyone curious and wanting to know more because it reminds us that behind every big success, there is a story full of surprises, struggles, and secrets waiting to be discovered. Dolly Parton's hidden fortune is a powerful reminder that true wealth is built quietly, with patience, love, and a strong spirit that never gives up. When Dolly Parton's family first heard about the size of the fortune she left behind, they were stunned in a way no one could have expected. Imagine thinking you know everything about a loved one, only to discover something so big it changes everything you believed before. The news was not just surprising, it was almost unbelievable. How could Dolly, someone so warm and close to her family, keep such a secret? The suspense builds because this was not just a simple inheritance or some money saved over the years. There was something more complex, something unusual in the way Dolly arranged her fortune that left her family shocked and confused. Was it the way she divided the money? Was there a secret clause or a condition that made everything difficult? The curiosity rises because many wondered if this fortune would bring happiness or cause problems. Dolly was always known for her kindness and generosity, but even the best plans can sometimes lead to unexpected feelings. The money is involved. The family's reaction showed how powerful emotions can be when a large fortune appears suddenly. Some cried out of joy, feeling grateful for what Dolly had done for them. Others cried because the truth was hard to accept, and questions started to grow like wildfire. Did Dolly trust everyone equally? Were there favorites? How would this money change the family dynamics? This moment made everyone pause and think deeply about Dolly's life beyond her music and fame. What was her true intention with this fortune? The suspense makes it hard to look away as people want to know what happened behind the scenes. It's like a story where the happy ending isn't clear yet, and everyone waits for the next chapter. The mystery also lies in how Dolly's careful nature showed in her choices. She wasn't careless or reckless. Every part of the fortune was planned with thought and love, even if it made her family's feelings complicated. Some parts of the fortune were given to charity or to causes she believed in strongly, while other parts were left for her family's future. This division made the family realize how deeply Dolly cared for everyone. But it also brought questions about fairness and responsibility. The curiosity is not just about money, but about understanding Dolly's heart and mind in her final plans. This moment in Dolly's story teaches us that even those we love the most can surprise us, and that sometimes the greatest gifts come wrapped in mystery and emotion. The family's shock is a reminder that fortunes are not just numbers. They are tied to memories, trust, and dreams for the future. Dolly's fortune made her family cry, not only because of its size, but because it revealed a side of her that few had seen before. This part of her life invites everyone to look closer, to feel the mix of emotions, and to wonder about the true power of family and legacy. The moment Dolly Parton's family learned about the fortune she left behind, the tears that followed were filled with a mix of emotions that no one could easily understand. Imagine seeing your loved one's incredible success, feeling proud and happy, but then also feeling a deep sadness and confusion all at once. Why would money, something that usually brings joy, cause such strong tears? The suspense grows because this is not a simple story of happiness or sadness. It is something much deeper and more complicated. The fortune was large and impressive, but it also brought struggles no one expected. Some family members felt overwhelmed by the responsibility it suddenly placed on their shoulders. They wondered if they were ready to handle such wealth and the challenges that came with it. The curiosity rises as questions filled their minds. Did Dolly's fortune come with hidden expectations or conditions? Were there family disagreements about what to do next? Tears flowed not only because of the money itself, but because it stirred up old feelings and new fears. Dolly was always known as a loving and generous person, but money can change how people see each other. Some family members felt close and united, but others worried that the fortune might pull them apart. The emotional weight of this moment was heavy. This made everyone realize that money is not just about comfort or luxury. It can also bring difficult choices and unexpected pain. The tears showed how much Dolly's legacy mattered to them, beyond the dollars and cents. There was also a strong sense of gratitude mixed with the sadness. The family knew Dolly worked hard her whole life to create a better future for them and for many others. But sometimes, the price of such a gift is a feeling of loss or confusion, because life after such news can never be the same again. The suspense lies in what would happen next. Would the family come together and honor Dolly's wishes? Or would the fortune cause divisions that nobody wanted? The curiosity keeps people wondering about how Dolly's loved ones would move forward and what lessons they would learn along the way. The tears they shed were a sign of love, respect, and also the weight of change. This part of Dolly's story reminds us that behind every fortune, there are real people with real feelings, and sometimes those feelings are hard to handle. Money can bring great power, but also great challenges, especially when it affects family. Dolly's fortune was not just a number. It was a story of emotions, connections, and the complicated truth about what it means to leave something behind for those we love. It makes us all think about how we would feel if we were in their shoes, and what truly matters when everything changes in a single moment. Dolly Parton was not only a singer and actress, but also a woman who kept many secrets, especially when it came to her fortune and her final wishes. Imagine discovering that someone you thought you knew completely had hidden special instructions that no one had seen before. The suspense builds because Dolly's will was not like others. It had surprises and conditions that made everyone curious and eager to understand what she really wanted. What did Dolly decide about her fortune that she took with her to the grave? Did she leave something that would change her family's future in a way no one expected? The mystery grows deeper when you learn that Dolly's will was written with great care, reflecting not just her wealth, but her heart. She thought about how her money could help her family, her friends, and even strangers she never met. But she also included rules to protect her legacy and to make sure her fortune would not cause problems or fights. This makes people curious about what kind of rules she made. Did she want her family to use the money for certain things? Did she put limits on how it could be spent? Was there a secret message hidden in her will about how to live a good life beyond money? The suspense keeps building because Dolly was known for being wise and loving, so her instructions likely had a deeper meaning. She might have wanted her fortune to be a tool for good, not just a pile of cash to divide. This makes everyone want to know more about what Dolly really hoped for after she was gone. The mystery of her will also tells a story about trust and care. Dolly trusted the people she left in charge to follow her wishes carefully, and that trust is something very precious. It shows how much thought she put into her plans and how she wanted to protect those she loved. But at the same time, the will left some questions unanswered, creating suspense about what would happen next. Would the family respect her wishes? Would the fortune be used in the way Dolly dreamed of? The curiosity about the future grows because no one knows exactly how the story will unfold. Dolly's will was more than just a legal paper. It was a part of her story and her life lessons. It teaches us that when someone leaves behind a fortune, what matters most is not the money itself, but the values and care that come with it. Dolly's secrets in her will make people wonder about their own legacies and what they want to leave behind for those they love. This part of Dolly's story is a powerful reminder that true wealth is about planning with heart, thinking of others, and making sure that what we leave behind continues to bring hope and meaning. The mystery of her will keeps everyone talking and thinking because it shows that Dolly Parton's life was full of surprises, even in the quietest moments. The moment everyone started to understand the true size and meaning of Dolly Parton's fortune, questions about the future of her family began to rise like never before. What would happen now that Dolly's wealth was fully revealed? Would it bring them closer together, or would it create new problems that no one expected? The suspense is strong because money, even when given with love, can change the way people feel and act. Dolly's family had always been tight-knit, sharing memories, laughter, and hardships. But now, everything seemed to shift under the weight of this new fortune. Some wondered if the fortune would become a blessing or a challenge for those she loved most. The curiosity grows as people imagine what this huge change means for the family's everyday life and their future. Will they be able to handle the responsibilities that come with such wealth? Would the fortune help them follow their own dreams, or would it create pressures and conflicts? Dolly's legacy was more than just money. It was a life full of music, kindness, and strength, and everyone hoped her fortune would reflect those values. But the real question that made everyone hold their breath was how the family would react to this new reality. Would they find ways to support each other even more, or would disagreements about money tear them apart? The suspense feels almost like waiting for a story's next chapter to be written, as no one knew what to expect. The curiosity was also about how Dolly's fortune might change the family's future in ways they had never imagined. Would it open new doors for education, business, or charity? Could it inspire the younger generation to dream bigger, just like Dolly did? Or would it become a burden that weighs heavy on their hearts? This part of Dolly's story invites us to think about how wealth can be a powerful force for good, but only if it is handled with care, love, and understanding. Dolly's fortune was a reflection of her life's work, but it was also a test for her family, a test of unity, trust, and respect. The suspense lies in watching how this test would be faced, and the curiosity pushes us to wonder about the hidden lessons that money can teach us. This moment shows us that the true value of a fortune is not only in dollars, but in how it brings people together or pushes them apart. Dolly's family's journey after the fortune reveals the delicate balance between love and money and the choices that define us all. It is a story full of hope, challenge, and the unknown future that awaits when a great legacy is passed down. The questions that remain make this part of Dolly's story deeply human and real, reminding us that behind every fortune are families who must find their way through change and uncertainty, just like anyone else.